we, not our physical ego consciousness makes the decision,
Okay.
but our higher self makes the decision whether we repeat. There's no judgment. It's just like your higher self is like, let's do it again. I don't think we quite figured it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's our day.
How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I'm looking at you at the screen and it's like watching a YouTube video. Really, it's like I cannot believe that I'm doing this.
Yeah. No. Are you in Florida?
Yes.
Yes. Are you the one that emailed me and you wanted me to come down to Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was you. Yeah.
I found you just right after my Catalyst program. I went to the program and it was like very intense. You know, what in the world is this?
Yeah.
And then, magical at the same time because, it's something that doesn't have an explanation.
Yeah.
And then like when you go out, to see the world, the 3D world, and now what do you do with this? I just practiced with my husband like 3 occasions. And I play with the frequencies because I can feel them, but it's not intense as they told me it would be. And it is not. It's just a mild sensation.
It gets stronger the more you do it.
But not in my case then, because I practice. It's not that I practice, I actually like doing it every morning, but it's still mild. I do have lights coming in and out randomly. I had that. And it's kind of cool because, okay, hello, whatever it is, hello. And then
beautiful.
But not the intention. I want to feel the intensity that I felt in the seminar, in the training.
Yeah.
That's what I want to feel.
Yeah. Well,
not all the time, but most of the time. Wow. It was the same as the seminar. Same.
Nice.
Love it. Like, oh my God. Wow. I always thought, will I ever feel that sensation again? And I did. That's the thing, that I know what to expect, but that outside the seminar. You see what I'm saying? That's what I want to feel.
Yeah.
But when you feel, does it get to a point that it's not painful, but it's very intense that
it's on the verge of pain. If it was as strong in the beginning as I feel it now, I would have thought there was something wrong with me, like I was having a heart attack, because it's like in a way, this isn't exactly what happens, but in a way, like my arms go numb and I feel this.
I have that. I have that situation sometimes, but I was wondering if it could be the frequencies, because sometimes, I take naps and then when I'm there, like, opening my eyes, even if I don't fall asleep, I feel something on my feet.
Yeah. When your foot is asleep, there's no other feeling. So when you feel it, you're like, is my foot asleep? If you're saying, is my foot asleep? It's not asleep, because when your foot's asleep, because it has a very distinct pins and needles type of.
Well, then I guess that I do feel them, but not as often as I thought I would. But I do feel something weird sometimes going on my feet.
Hands, top of the head, and the feet. Those seem to be the main sources of where people feel these frequencies first.
It comes out of nowhere. Because sometimes, when I'm walking and doing stuff around the house, I get tired and I just want to sit down, and I know that time of pain that it's just that I'm tired.
Yeah.
But when I get that other sensations, it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. And then on one of your videos, you say, just let go and let it be. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to see if it goes up all the way up, but it just stays up to it's just like on my feet. But that one of the things that you mention quite often is that, that you already have the proof to validate what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
And in my case, I know it in my mind, but not in my heart. I still don't feel it in my heart.
What do you mean? What don't you feel in your heart?
The need to help others see what not see, but to make them see at least that there's something out besides us.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that, they do things, with a passion, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess that I have plenty of proof.
Yeah.
But it is like I guess that I don't know how to explain it. It's like I think too much with my mind.
And I think it's just a process of slowly trusting your heart. We feel like we have to figure things out. And especially you said you were a big planner, having everything locked in. The less room for
errors,
the better. You know
or
what I mean?
Surprises.
Surprises, yeah. When you plan so much that you're trying to plan away surprises, sometimes we plan away the magic.
Okay.
And because the universe has an insurmountable amount of ways to help us live our dreams. And when we think that we can plan everything, we're shutting off the potentials that the universe provides. But it's just that's who you are, and it will slowly or quickly, you'll just start trusting your heart more.
I actually have some notes. I watched all of your videos, and I did.
I'm sorry that you had to watch all those videos.
No, I think I actually started from. I found, oh my God, what in the world is this? I need to watch all of his videos because it's the first time that I
literally watched them all. There's no way you watched them all. Like that's.
I did.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, and I made notes, and it was enough for you to write a book. Because what I wrote is things that you said. It's not something that it is. So you have enough material for a book, so that
Wow, I've sold myself short on that.
No, you have enough. You have enough. But I'm thinking I actually want to meet you in person sometime, in the future.
Okay.
So once I do the quantum, what about the picture I send you about the RV? The picture I sent you.
Oh, yeah. The
Isn't that incredible?
Beautiful. Yeah, I love when that happens.
Yes, and so what I'm thinking is, if I want to do the personal reconnection just for the, it doesn't hurt, right? If I do both,
nothing's going to hurt. Yeah, nothing's going to hurt. I thought about this for many years. I can't say that it's the same. Like, in my opinion, the absolute worst case scenario would be you have 2 distance sessions. And 2 distance sessions can change your life. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Sometimes I'll do a quantum session and I will get this feeling. That's exactly the same as a reconnection. And then other times I'll do one and they won't have strong sensations at all. And I'll be like, would that have been different in person? You know what I mean? Like, would it have been different? And then I'll have somebody come in for a personal reconnection and they won't feel anything. And I'll be like, so there's no way I can truly factor in.
Yep. I see what you're saying.
So I do it with integrity, but I can't say that it's even though I do the same process through distance, I don't know. I truly believe that some people are just so on the edge of breaking through and really embracing their life and following in the flow, like that a 5-second session is all they need. You know what I mean? Just like, and it plants that seed and all of a sudden, where other people, they're not right there on the edge. They've had a different kind of life and they've put up these different walls and they have different beliefs and there is resistance to them falling in the flow of their life. So,
okay.
So that's why I say if people are drawn to this, then I feel like they're at the right place.
Okay, perfect.
So, yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Did you say you took notes or you had questions for me or?
Oh, no, I know. I took notes, but, you already answered 2 of them. So is it possible for me to go quickly to the restroom?
Okay. First session's complete.
I'm trying to stand up or sit down. Okay.
That's cool. Take your time. Take your time.
Wow. It was the same as the seminar. The
Seminar.
same.
Nice.
Love it. Like, oh my God. Wow. I always thought, will I ever feel that sensation again? And I did.
Nice. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. It's undescribable, isn't it? Like when somebody's giving me a session, or just when the universe is giving me a session, it feels like I'm home in the real me. Like, what were your sensations?
Well, the one that tells me that I'm in is the cold sensation. It's like I'm inside a freezer. Literally, my whole body. My whole body. It's like I cannot stop. How do you say shivering? Shivering. That's the way you pronounce it. Shivering.
Yeah.
The cold sensation, and I knew when you were here in this section in here, I could feel it. I felt it in 3 sections, like in my chest, in my abdomen, and when you were like on my knees, it was the only place where I felt like it was hot, but everywhere else was like a cold sensation.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like I cannot stop shivering, like I'm in a freezer.
You've read the book, obviously, because you attended the class. So do you remember what happened to Eric when he had his second day, when he went into such a cold shiver that they had to put a blanket on him and he couldn't stop shaking, and he was just like, do you remember that?
Okay, but during the session?
When that gypsy on the beach did that process with him, and on the first day he felt absolutely nothing. On the second day, he started shaking and he felt like he was in a freezer, and it was like 100 degrees out in August. And when he got done, she had to put a blanket on him.
Well, I'm still shivering. I still feel the cold sensation in my body, my whole body. When we are in Florida, we're not in Colorado. Yeah. Oh my God, I loved it. Oh my God. It's like, and it was 2 occasions when everything stopped, and then, it started like, rolling again. The cold, and it always starts through my right hand.
Interesting.
When I playing with frequencies, it always is my hand. It gets so cold, my fingertips. So that's how I know that I am connected.
Yeah. I don't get cold. Like I've never felt cold ever in a session, like ever.
You mentioned the fourth dimension, and I remember you also saying that there's like 25,000 years per cycle. I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts about, do we, for example, if I remember now who I am, if I leave and come back, do I need to start like from scratch again?
I think that's the cycle that we're done with. We started playing this game with the veil for the purpose of remembering. But that cycle's over. And so I believe now that when we do come back in our next life, that we will not start over. We will retain the wisdom that we have earned in the other lives. So our awakening will be much faster. The kids that are born nowadays, they're much less likely to be brainwashed and programmed to go against their inner wisdom than we were. So yeah, I think the next time we come around, we will remember. And
because you also said that, I don't know what percentage of people in the world, are awakened. And so I'm thinking, it's going to take like a while for the rest to catch up,
I've went through many stages, and originally knowing that we're all these magnificent beings of consciousness that chose to come and to go through these experiences, I would assume that we were all going to wake up. We're all at different stages. So, not everybody's going to wake up. You know what I mean? So I was thinking like, okay, well, maybe like a majority of us are going to awaken and make this shift into the fourth density without having to repeat the third density, experiences. And then I read the Law of One, and now I just don't think it's that high.
So what is going to happen then? The people that they don't remember, what's going to happen to them?
You just repeat the third density experience.
Until they remember.
We, not our physical ego consciousness makes the decision, but our higher self makes the decision whether we repeat. Because what's 75,000 years? That's nothing. That's nothing. So it's not like we're being judged. You passed. You didn't pass. It's us, and we're like, I need to know. I'm not done. I didn't. There's no judgment. It's just like your higher self is like, let's do it again. I don't think we quite figured it out. You know what I mean?
So I wonder when will each one of us stop coming back, because the truth and the reality, it's so apart,
there's a Grand Canyon between.
Because it's good to know the truth, but then I don't know if who is Anita Morjani.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, yeah. She said that we don't go anywhere. Everyone is around us. That heaven, earth.
Yes.
And so it is, but still, it's something that we cannot perceive. So I guess that we will keep trying.
But I think as we make this shift, that's the kind of things we become more aware of. We become aware that we're all one and we're all connected, and they're here right now in this space. A lot of times people will say, I don't ever want to come back. Like, I'm done with this place. I don't want to come back. This is where it's happening. Like, you want to come back here because when you transition, like, everything is happening once and you're all knowing and it's all love and you feel this connection. You long for this experience. Like, this is where it's at. And as we wake up in this physical experience, and then you really start creating your life, and then you get more momentum and more momentum, there's no better place to be. This is the cutting edge of experiences. It might not be the highest dimension. It might not be the highest level of, ninth density being, but this is where it's at. Dude, I'm coming back.
You want to?
Love this. I love this.
There you go.
It's always weird when you're talking about third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, third density, fourth density. I was watching this Billy Carson video, and he started saying, he was talking about going from 3D to 5D. Fourth dimension is time. So we have length, height, width, depth. Those are 3 dimensions. And then time is the 4th dimension. And we are all experiencing. So we're all in the 4th dimension.
Okay.
He says, well, there is no 4th dimension because time doesn't exist. It's an illusion. And I was like, good point. And then I was like, but space is an illusion also. My favorite teachings talk about that space is an illusion. So did you notice a difference between the in-person sessions at the training facility and a distance session?
It's the same.
It's the same. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is, in terms of intensity, it is the same.
Yeah.
You could feel it. It's amazing. That's the part that I love the most.
Yeah.
That you can do it at a distance.
Yeah.
I think it is awesome.
It is awesome. And those are ways that my life has changed because of these sessions that I don't even think about it. But like when people talk about, oh, we're all connected, you know what I mean? Like, oh, energy and like, we're all connected. I can say 100%. I never question that anymore. I know we're connected. Okay. Like no matter, I could be in a room of 100 scientists and all of them trying to convince me how ridiculous my beliefs are. And I would be like, no, dude, I know that we're made of energy. I know what you, and so that's priceless.
I remember you saying when you were a kid that you dreamed that I
would expand. Yeah.
And I saw that one too. But no, I don't feel that expansion, maybe now that it is in my mind, maybe I'll still experience it, because I've never experienced that.
I have clients all the time that have abilities that I would love to have these abilities. I would love to see other beings. I would love to see people's energy. I would love to see auras.
Anita Morjani was saying that she's going to have a cruise, that it's going to be exclusively to teach you how to connect to your guides.
Yeah.
She's always. She said that she's connected with everyone.
Yeah.
That she can hear them.
Yep. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. And for her, that's like breathing. You know what I mean? And for me, this is like breathing. But I can't hear my guides. I mean, I feel my guides. They don't talk to me. You know what I mean? And so, but to other people, they do. So I guess that's what I'm saying is like, we're not going to experience everything. You know what I mean? Like
I see what you're saying. Yes.
You know, like,
we all have our abilities and you know, this is what you do and this is what you feel and, you know, make you happy. And Anita is, you know, what she does, but she's always connecting with everyone. Like, okay. Yeah. Like it's sort of common second nature for them.
Totally.
I remember just once in my life, well, not my life, recently, that I was coming back from the grocery store again. And I was heading into the car and I heard someone said, "Thank you," like loud and clear, like, okay. And then when I look around to say why someone, you know, give me thanks, and there was no one.
Yeah.
No one, and it was loud.
Yeah.
I didn't imagine it. Okay, so okay, great.
and so that's what I'm saying is like, I've never had an experience like that, dude. I want to feel that. Like, I want to hear something. Like, come like. And one time. But a memory that just popped into my head was one time I was younger. I was in college and I'd come home to visit my mom. And I went up to take a nap. And my mom, she was going to make this chicken. And so she put all this chicken in this big pot. And I guess she was boiling it. So I'm asleep, and all of a sudden, someone pushes me so hard, like, get the hell up. You know what I mean? And I got up, and the room was filled with smoke. I was like, oh my God, like, what's going on? And I went down the steps, and as I'm going down the steps, the smoke is so thick, I can't breathe. So I have to cover my face. I can't even go to the kitchen. That's how thick the smoke was. And it was just taking my breath away. I had to run out of the house. And I was like, oh shit, I got to get back in there. I don't know, you know, there's a fire going on. Put my thing up and I ran into the house, and I realized that all the water had boiled out, and those chickens were just like on fire, and they were creating this crazy, nasty smoke. And so I got it off, you know, and I went outside, and then I was like, what shoved me? Like, something shoved me, dude. Like, there is no question.
To wake you up.
I didn't just wake up. Somebody was, get up, dude. You got to get up right now. And those moments are magical, because that really happened. That was a guide or a spirit or something that said, dude, you're not done. You're not going out this way. You got to get up, or you're going to die.
And save yourself and everyone else.
Yeah. So, and we've all experienced those. Like, I don't care if you're the strongest atheist, you've had those experiences. You've had experiences that you cannot deny that saved you. So,
yes. It's getting kind of crazy up in here. Got that DJ playing music everybody wants to hear. Yeah. It's getting kind of crazy up in here. Everybody wants a ride.